Hi, this is Bridget Tello from the RadiantMompreneur.com, and I'd like to invite you to hop over to the site and download your free Mompreneur Survival Kit, where we have 5 must-have cheat sheets for you for growing your business and supporting you in work-life balance. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to speak with confidence, which is really essential, right? So whether or not you're speaking to a small group, whether you're telling maybe a neighbor what it is that you do, or if you're standing on stage and addressing thousands, it's so important that we are able to present ourselves as having confidence. And so let's talk about a few ways that you could do that. I have 3 ways for you to begin speaking with confidence. And the first is to practice. And what I mean when I say practice is this. Public speaking or speaking with some degree of comfort or authority in what I was speaking about used to intimidate me and used to make me extremely nervous. So if I, in a former life, I was a teacher, and if I needed to speak in front of the staff, which is not even necessarily a large group, but it would give me heart heart flutters, right? And super dry mouth, and my voice would crack, and my palms would get sweaty. And so I knew this was something that was very difficult for me, but yet there was something within me that pulled me towards being able to do public speaking. And my dad would say, that it was in my blood because he loved public speaking. He loved talking to groups of people, and had a local access television show, and just loved to be on camera and loved to reach people in that way. So he would say that it was in my blood, and I would get it, and how I actually started to get it is that I went outside of my comfort zone. I started to attend Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a community that you can find locally, wherever you are. They're all over the world. And you go to these meetings locally, and there's a very supportive group, and there's a structure to the meetings, and you get these slots where you do your speech. And you may speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but they're never very lengthy. But it's just to get you up there in front of people and learning how to present, learning how to speak with confidence, and just being in the space of being a speaker, and just kind of sitting with that while you're talking and getting accustomed to it. So practice, whether it's through Toastmasters, whether it's through just getting out there and getting in front of people, speaking at meetup groups. Maybe it's you want to do video, you just need to practice. With a video, you can stop and start as you need to, right? It doesn't have to be live, so you can practice in that way. So that's my first recommendation for learning how to speak with confidence. And the second one is to recognize who you are, and to give yourself credit for the expertise that you have. So many times we are plagued with self-doubt, right? We may have 10 years in a field, and yet when we have to address someone and speak with authority and expertise about what we know, we may begin to feel as though, well, I'm not an expert, in this field. I don't really know that much, and I'm sure other people know a lot more than I do. And how can I put myself in this position of authority in this particular subject area? And really, that's just bunk, right? You have training, you have education, you have experience, you have skills, and you actually do have a degree of expertise in your specialty area, and so you need to acknowledge that. And Timothy Ferriss speaks to this a bit, in how we are often insecure, thinking that someone else is better at this than we are. And we know that we all come in from different points in life, right? And there's people who have different degrees of success in different areas, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't speak with confidence about what you do, and be empowered by that. So the second tip is to recognize that expertise within yourself, and And you'll get the confidence from that when you start to speak with that degree of authority and empowerment. And the third is a fun one. It is pose. So this is referencing a power pose from Amy Cuddy. She did a TED Talk about the research they did from so we know that your emotions can affect you physically. So we've got the mind-body connection, but we also know that when we're feeling down, when we're feeling depressed, we might, carry our body differently. So, our shoulders may be withdrawn a little bit, our head may be down, and so we know that there's this connection. So she wanted to see if we moved our body, if that would then affect more than just the way we're positioning our body. If you could turn it the other way around. And what she found is that when you change your body, you actually affect your biochemistry. And not only that, which can be measured by scientific test, blood test and hormone test, but there is something else that is perceived by other people. And it's really fascinating. So what she found is that if you get yourself into a power pose for 2 minutes, and then you go on to do something, the person that you're interacting with perceives you differently. And the way they tested this is they had individuals go in for a fake job interview, but the job interview was stressful. They set up a stressful set of circumstances for the participants and made it a very challenging and difficult process. But they got this, after they were doing the power pose. Some did the pose and some did not. How they break up the groups in their studies. And what they found is the individuals that had done the power pose for 2 full minutes not only had a reduced level of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and an increased degree of testosterone, which is associated with risk-taking, but they were more likely to get hired by the interviewer. And the interviewer did not know which participants had done the power pose. So that's a really quick snapshot of the study that Amy Cuddy did on power poses. But there's 3 main power poses, and one is Superwoman stance. So it's a little hard to see in this video, but you're basically putting your hands on your hips and spread your feet apart a little bit. It's the Superwoman stance, and you do this for 2 minutes. Another one is the pose that we see athletes do quite naturally after they have a victory. So that's the one where the hands are up in triumph, right? And it's a natural response. And if we can just put ourselves in that position for 2 full minutes, then we have the benefits come from that. And the third one I kind of call the Oprah pose, because I saw a picture of Oprah doing this after I saw this talk on the power poses. And it's where you have your feet up like on your desk, and you have your arms back like this. And so it's this position of power and authority, and 2 minutes of that, and you change your biochemistry. Which is kind of incredible, right? I mean, this is incredible that you can do this. So how to speak with confidence? Practice. It's really, really important. You don't achieve very much by inactivity, right? So we have to put ourselves out there in order to get better. And recognize your level of expertise and give yourself credit for that. And do some power poses and see what your results are. So please like this video and comment below, and find us at theradiantmompreneur.com and get your free download. I'm Bridget, and thanks for watching The Radiant Mompreneur.